is April 17th, 2014. If you ask me how I was feeling today, I will tell you, frustrated and angry. Why? Because I taught a class that not every day they irritate me, but on certain days when they don't want to do something, they irritate the life out of me. All I want to do is just yell at them and just call them names, just basically belittle them because they have no respect for the teacher. Now, I understand, they are teenagers. I had no respect for my teachers when I was their age. But today they just pushed it too far. I created an activity, a video activity, of where they will be recorded and shown to the whole entire class of questions I asked, and they have to answer them in English. But the whole entire class that I had today, majority of them, not all of them, said, sure, they don't want to. And I understand that they are shy and they are embarrassed and it's scary. But it's just to the point where the students are in a class. They are there to learn. They should feel fortunate that they are able to have this English opportunity. Because guess what? Not every kid in here in Korea are able to afford an English education. On weekends, I volunteer in Daegu to go teach English to kids who cannot learn English, but they show up and eager to learn and do anything to be able to speak English better. But the class that I teach, majority of them, not all of them, just some of them, they're horrible. They just don't want to learn English. They don't want to do any of the activities that I give out to them. And it's just a little frustrating because I try to create English class a fun class. I try to be very creative with them. But they don't see what I'm trying to teach them, what I'm trying to have them understand. They don't understand that I want English to be fun. I don't want them to learn English in a boring way where they have to sit at the desk 24/7 and hear the teacher speak. I try to make the kids do speaking activities, just get, things interesting. But some of these kids, they're just not interested. And I understand, I can't make every single kid interested in English. But there is a limit to how far they should be able to push someone, because sooner or later these kids are going to learn the hard way. One day they could be stuck in a situation where the only way they can get a job is to speak English. And to their surprise, because they hated learning English in high school or university, they won't ever have a job because, they didn't want to learn English. So I understand when most of these kids don't have an interest in English. And it could be the same concept for me if I was in high school and I had to learn another language. And I was forced to learn another language. But back then, I try to look at the positive way of, learning another language, it is fun. For me, it's fun learning another language. I'm trying to learn Korean. I can understand it, I can read it, I can write it, and I can barely speak it. But it's fun learning a new language. I understand these kids are forced to learn English 24/7, basically their whole entire life, and that's understandable. But some of these kids just push. I just don't want to do anything in class. And it makes the teachers very frustrated. It makes us very angry. And it makes us sad because we want to teach the children English so much, but they have no interest. So if you see me today and you ask, how are you? I'm frustrated. I'm angry. And I'm hurt. Because these students today in my class that I taught, they hurt me. sometimes they don't see it, that I do get hurt. I'm also a human. Just because I'm a teacher and I tell them to do things doesn't mean I don't get hurt. I do get hurt because I want to see these kids that I teach success. I want to see them later in life and have a huge, how should I put it? Later in life, I want to see these kids be a successful person. I want them, how should I put it? To use the knowledge they had in school. Yeah, to use the knowledge that they had in school. I want them to be proud. I want them to be proud of, hey, I can speak English and I'm not afraid of it. I can go up in front of class and not be shy. I can go behind a video camera and say hello and say some answers. But it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. So when you see me, I ask you not to judge me because I got angry at my students or because I cried. Yes, my students, they did make me cry today because I was so frustrated. I had a whole entire project set out and the only thing they could say was, Shiro, I don't want to. And it's just hurt me because I want to teach these students English. But when these students show no concern of wanting to learn English, then sometimes I think, what's the point? Why do I even try? I should just quit and, you know what, give up on these kids. But then I think to myself, in my past, I was exactly like them. I had teachers who were so frustrated with me, and they were probably feeling the same thing that I'm feeling right now. That they want to quit, that they want to smack me in the face, that they want to belittle me. But instead of doing that, they were very patient with me and just tried to understand me better, where I came from. And so I try to use what my teachers taught me when I was younger, to be more patient, to be more understanding. And that's what I'm trying to do. So, right now, living here in Korea, at this very moment, it's a battle. It really is a battle. April 17, 2014, it was a rough day today.